Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mr. Manchicken, and today we have 4 brand new LEGO Star Wars 2025 leaks that I want to talk about here. These 4 sets will be released sometime during the summer of 2025, and I'm super excited to start taking a look at these. Starting off here, we have the Darth Maul mech. Now, upon first glance, I'm very disappointed. It doesn't look that great in my opinion. Now, the legs do have some dark tan in there for some reason, and there's this weird floaty thing in the top right. Don't know what that's all about. The chest piece, I guess, looks fine, but it's just an odd mech for me anyway. The Maul figure looks to be similar to the 2021 Duel on Mandalore Maul, except with obviously the no pupil eyes, which is very disappointing, but we pretty much could all see that coming. Next up, we do have Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter. Now, taking a look at the Plo Koon minifigure first, it looks fantastic. This is probably one of the best things that actually came from these leaks. He does have a brand new head mold, which definitely looks a lot more accurate to what we see in the movies and the animated series. The Microfighter, on the other hand, I'm not sure how to feel about it. There are a couple of clips at the front, probably for Plo's lightsaber. The stud shooters look kind of big, but I'll give it a pass. And you do get an R7-D4 dome just stuck on there. I would assume no astromech body. Definitely gives off some early 2000s Jedi Interceptor and Jedi Starfighter vibes with just the dome and no body. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this one. It's a decent looking microfighter. I'm excited for this one to release. Next up, we have the Night Trooper Battle Pack. Now this one, I gotta say, the figures are looking pretty good. We do have 2 standard Night Troopers. One of them looks to be very similar to the Battle on Peridea, and the other one is an entirely brand new one with a new helmet print and everything. Then you actually have 2 Death Trooper Night Troopers, which are brand new characters, and from the picture, they look fantastic. I'm struggling to find anything really bad to say about it. The same thing could not be said about the small Coruscant Police gunship or dropship or whatever this is. It looks really chunky and weird. The cockpit area looks kind of like a Bacta tank, which isn't helping it at all. Obviously, it's a small thing and they can't do much with it, but I'm personally not happy with it, but I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments below. The final and largest set is the 327th Battle Pack. Now, taking a look at the 327th clones, I'm very disappointed. They look very similar to the 2022 212th clones. Like, even the printing looks kinda orange, and that's probably just in the picture, but I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I personally don't like these guys. You do get 4 of them, which is nice, but that's about it. You do get 3 of the Super Battle Droids that came out last year, so obviously great stuff there. And now you do have 4 builds, starting off with this small turret here. Now this has been seen in a couple sets before, with the Ambush on Mandalore and the 332nd Battle Pack. You do get this little bit of land here, which looks to be a part of Felucia, and you do got a little Bacta tank there, giving some throwbacks to the original Battlefront 2, in my opinion. Probably the most interesting thing is the Dwarf Spider Droid, having a brand new design after, I'd say, 17 years. Since 2008, we've been sort of used to that, like, sort of ball-jointed headpiece, and now they're coming out with something new. And to be honest, it's not that bad. I didn't like it at first, but I've come to accept it. The AT-RT, on the other hand, I will never accept this. This looks bad, and I'll explain to you why. First, it's too similar to the 501st AT-RT from 2020. It looks like they kinda shrunk it down and just made it yellow. I don't like that. I'm not sure if anyone likes that. And obviously it's oversized, but that is just something that we could all expect. And the stud shooter at the front looks really bad. At least the other AT-RT had a good looking stud shooter. Personally, I don't like the look of these new stud shooters. They look bad in my opinion. I prefer the older ones. And probably the main thing that I really don't like is the color scheme. Obviously, it makes sense to have it be yellow since it's a 327th AT-RT, but it makes it look like a Lego City construction vehicle. I don't know if anybody else can see that, but that's just what I'm getting here. Overall, I'm not too big a fan of it. Similar to the Clones vs. Droids battle pack, I love what's going on the Droid side. Not a big fan of what's going on the Republic side. So, taking a look at all of these sets, I'm very disappointed. There's pretty much one or more glaring issues on all of these sets. The ATRT, the dropship, just the entire microfighter should have been a full-scale model. Overall, I'm not too happy with most of these. Like, some of the figures, I will say, are pretty much perfect. A lot of them are not. And overall, I'm disappointed with these sets. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. But that's all I got for you right now. Have a great day, everybody.